Hey everybody, Tony and Sarah here. Today's video is going to be on how to find the right people to join your network marketing business.
Yes, it is going to be an awesome topic, but also don't forget to subscribe to our channel as we want to stay connected with you and you want to stay connected with us so you see more great videos like this one.
And if you have questions, just drop them in the comments below and we're going to make sure to go back and answer all those.
Yep, exactly.
So let's dive in. So first thing you want to do when you're looking for people to join your business is you're looking for people that are looking, right? So many times, and I did this in the past when I was building my network marketing business, is I was going after the people that weren't looking, that didn't want to join, that didn't want to partner with me, but I was trying to convince them on why they needed to do this, when what I should have did was look at the people that were looking, that were dissatisfied with what they were doing, that were looking for maybe more income or more freedom with their kids, or they like to travel, or they like to, meet new people, right? Those are the people I should have been targeting, and those are the people that I should have been talking to initially because I would have got a better response.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I think too, guys, is that you just have no idea who's going to say yes to your business, right? So yes, you want to be looking for people that are looking. I think a lot of times we overlook those guys when they're like looking right at us, right? But also too, I know when we first got started in our business, I focused on, I turned over every rock that I possibly could. I really went after it. And I think one of the things that I see so many people do in the profession is that they'll do onesie twosies here or there. And that is so painful to build a business, because I know that a lot of us, we want to create a story. We want to create some great income. We want to hit the first promotion inside of our business. But if we're only talking to one or two people, that legit is it's just never going to happen, right? Because, at the end of the day, our business is a numbers game, right? And so out of, 1 out of 10 people, 2 out of 10 people that we talk to are actually going to look, right? So if we're only talking to 1 or 2 people, well, oh my gosh, well, hello, that's our big thing right there, is we're like, hey, we need to focus on getting our numbers up, right? So number 2, we need to focus on becoming attractive. Now, I'm not saying attractive like beautiful or handsome, right? But what I'm saying is becoming attractive in our business, where I tell people, how are you showing up every day? Are you showing up positive? Are you showing up giving value? Are you showing up coming from a place of contribution? Are you showing up coming from a place of loving people, right? Are you coming from a place of giving? Or is it the opposite, where you're coming from, even if you don't say it, people can smell it, right? People can smell desperation, right? People can smell people wanting this business so badly. People can smell the scarcity mindset, right? What is that they're seeing every day without you having to speak a word out of your mouth? How are you showing up? So I know for us, guess what? The longer that we've been in the business, we've just attracted higher caliber people.
Yep.
Because Tony and Sarah, we're not the same.
Right.
Right? We're not the same. Every day we choose to level up, right? We choose to level up as a better partner and as a better parent, right? And as a better leader and as a better friend and as a better citizen. And because of that, well, guess what? We're becoming attractive, right? So you have to look at if there was a attractive, I don't know, ratio, where would you fall on that scale? Right? Where would that be for you? Right? So I think that's a really, really, really important thing, is just really working on you. Right?
Yeah. And I think too, I always look for people that were ambitious, driven.
Yeah.
They had the pep in their step. They were movers. They were shakers. They were motivated. I just like talking to those people about my business, because here's the thing. Those are exciting people to talk to. Those make the business fun. Those make the business, go faster every single day, so to speak. Because here's the thing, so many times, and I did this before early on in my network marketing business, is I'd get, talk to the unmotivated, or the people that didn't want to get off the couch, or people that, hadn't worked in years, or people that just didn't have a lot of drive, right? And I'm like, man,
well, that's not hard to get those guys in the business, but what's hard is to get them to do something.
Yeah, that's right? A good point too. And it just frustrates you even more. But I would work with, and talk to that group, and I'm like, man, this isn't any fun. Why isn't anybody like my runner? Why aren't they coming in doing great things is because, like what Sarah just talked about, sometimes the harder it is to get them in, right? Or, where they just are like, why should I do this? Why should I do this? Why should I do this? And then you finally get them in and convince them, they absolutely do nothing, right? So you just got to find the right people with, what that looks like. Like I said, ambitious, driven, successful, and have those conversations because they're aware, they get things, they see things. A lot of times you can show them the business the right way, with a third-party tool or, whatever you're using to get them to join, and they'll get it. Like, they'll see it. They'll be like, oh my gosh, this is amazing, or wow, this is really put together well. Man, how would this work if I decided to do this, right? You'll start getting better questions from that group of people.
Yeah. I think another thing too, guys, is that this is a really important thing. I know a lot of you guys are taking notes, so listen up, is that you recruit who you are, not what you want. Oh, right. For some of you guys are like, oh my God, it's painful, right? I actually had a conversation with someone earlier this week and I'm like, you have to understand, like you can have this like perfect prospect, but if you aren't that person that is striving to become like that prospect, you're not going to bring that person in, right? So it's always, I look at, a lot of times like who I ended up bringing in the beginning of my business. Well, it was a lot like me, right? And there was things that I needed to work on. So I think, I tell people all the time, like, remember, you recruit who you are, not what you want, but also that falls along the lines of, being consistent, right? Mm-hmm. So I think the consistency, like how do you find the right people in your business, is that you need to focus on the consistency, right? I think people think, oh, well, I've got my first, 10 people and these guys are going to be the rock stars. When the reality is that our business, like every part of what we do in network marketing has to do with being consistent, like every single piece of it. So the way that I feel that you're really going to find the right people is doing the consistent action every day to move your business forward. Doing the consistent action of meeting new people, right? Whether it be online, whether it be offline, whether it be in Facebook groups, whether it be on Instagram, whether it be on LinkedIn, whether it be wherever, right? Wherever the people are, it's that consistent activity of making that connection and having a conversation every single day.
Yeah, and here's another great tip. I mean, you'll find the right people through people as well. So you might bring somebody in and they might not be that motivated or that excited, or, they just don't move as fast as you think they're going to move, but they might refer you to somebody. They might say, hey, you got to talk to so-and-so. They'd be great at this, or man, they've been a good friend of mine, or they love businesses like this, or they're an entrepreneur. And typically what I like to do is go through people to find the right people. Yeah. And you can do that every single day because there's people that are around you. And even if they don't want to join you right off the bat, they might know somebody, if they understand your business and what you're doing and how you're doing it, that they can refer you to, right? I mean, and you just never know who you're going to talk to through somebody that shows up and just becomes an absolute rock star in your business.
Yeah. Well, that's what we call a connector, right?
Yeah.
So a lot of you guys, remember too, we're gonna have a lot of connectors inside of our business as well. And those are just as important people as a builder, right? We got two types of people in our business, the builders and the connectors. Yep. And both are so, so important. So if you guys got some great value out of this, oh my gosh, guys, we encourage you guys, share this out as well. I know that some of you guys, if you have any great questions, please make sure that you put them in the comments below us. We'll be going back through all of them as well, right?
Yeah, that's for sure. And then also make sure you subscribe to this channel because we're going to be dropping awesome content and value and videos like this all the time. So we want to make sure you get notified. And then for some of you that are like, well, how do I find you guys? How can I work with you? How can I ask you questions? Do you do coaching, mentoring? Well, how can I be more a part of the Z's? You can. We do all those things. And Sarah, how do they find us?
So really simple, guys. You can find us on Instagram. Tony's handle, Tony Zolecki. My handle, Sarah Zolecki. Send us a DM. We'll get connected over there and we'll talk to you soon. Take care.